Hello students, up to now in this chapter we have studied completely knowledge based part. Now next few topics are completely application based. That few topics are IT enabled services, careers in IT and green computing. First of all, let us go for the IT enabled services. IT enabled services, which stands for ITES, is also called web-enabled services or remote services or teleworking, which covers the entire amount of operations which exploit information technology for improving the efficiency of an organization. That means in which organization you are working, that organization's complete work is done by this ITES. That may be the customer support, that may be in the format of telecommunication, that may be in the format of remote services, or in any other format. All that services are provided by using this ITES. And in short, we can say that this ITES improves the efficiency of our organization. The most important aspect is the value addition of the IT enabled service. The value addition could be in the form of customer relationship management, improve database, improve look and feel, etc. Now, as we are adding this ITES to our organization, it will add some values to our organization, and by default it affects the customer relationship management. That means your customer relationship increases, as well as your database increases, database gets improved, and your total look and feel get improved. Your total look and feel get improved means, here we are saying about the organization. We are discussing the organization. Organizations look and feel. That means whatever the different products are producing by that organization, that products look and feel will get improved by using this ITES. The outcome of an ITES is in two forms. That means when we implement this ITES to our organization, it results in two formats. First format is direct improved service, and second format is indirect benefit. Now, as these name indicate, first one is the direct improved service. That means you are getting the benefit instantly. Directly you are getting improved benefits, improved services. That is direct improved services. And second one is the indirect benefits. These benefits will result after some time, but these will be permanent. And if you plan properly, you will get very good benefits from these indirect benefits. Now let's see the different popular IT enabled services. First one is the call center. Now you know that call centers are used as the backbone of any organization. It is very important for the business to provide client and customer and vendor with the with proper support. That means you can provide customer service by using this call center. Let's see its picture. See here. This is one of the picture of any organization's call center. Here different persons are working in the call center and they are satisfying their customers' queries. This is small view and this is large view. This is large organization. This is small organization. The next one, electronic publishing. Electronic publishing means what? Whatever the data we are using, that is published in the format of electronic media. This data is also electronic published data. Whatever the data displayed in the digital format, that data is known as the electronic publishing data. Let's see its example. Okay, it's simple one. This data is the electronic published data. Then third one is the medical transcription. Medical transcription means when any medical officer or any nurse or any healthcare person gives suggestions about the specific patient's history or required medicine, that time it can be recorded using the voice medium, and that is known as the medical transcription. Its picture is here. Different physicians and different nurses and different healthcare personalities are guiding this person about that patient's health, and this person is recording using the voice media. This is known as the medical transcription. Then next one, that is data centers. Now data centers, data means any unformatted information or raw material. In this chapter, we have studied the meaning of data as raw material, or only the numbers, figures, or characters, that part is known as the data. But here data centers means where we can store large amount of information at one place. And these data centers can be of three types. First one is the cloud, second one is server, and third one is the network data center. This first picture is of the cloud data center. Here different types of storages are connected to each other, and by using that, this data can be transferred to the cloud. This is completely cloud data storage. Then this one is second one, server data storage. Here different servers are stored, or different servers hard disks are stored in this cabin, and we can create any mirror copy of any hard disk. Actually, here while storing the data in this server data center, at least one mirror copy of every hard disk gets generated. Then here in the third type, network data centers. Now whenever we are using the network, this data center supports all the activities regarding the network functionalities. That these network functionalities are related with the internet. That means all the internet activities are supported by using this network data centers. The next one, GIS mapping. GIS mapping means Geographic Information System. Its best example is Google Earth. Now, if you have to display our college, then you can use such type of data. On Google Earth, you have to provide our college name, then it will show you the location of our college. Most of you have already seen this. The next one is ERP, that is Enterprise Resource Planning. Enterprise resource planning means when we have to perform any business, that time that business have different angles, and we have to complete all that angles. Just like here, a product, inventory, service, sales, human resource, purchasing, CRM, that is customer relationship management. Then MRP, that means manufacturing resource planning, financial. All these things are essential under the ERP or in any business. Now, when we provide any service, first of all, let's go for the service. Different requirements are from the different customers. We have to satisfy all the customers with the proper communication and proper guidance. Then sales. We have to sell our products in proper format in the market. Then human resources, that means the employees. Different type of skilled employees are essential for our business. Then purchasing. Purchasing is also required for as the raw material. Then CRM, that is the customer relationship management. This is very important part in our business. If your relation with your customers are good, then naturally your business will be good. Then MRP, that means the manufacturing resource planning. Manufacturing resource planning means how much products are already ready and how much should be prepared. All that planning is done under this MRP. Then financials. Financial support is also very essential. And finally, product. We get the product from all these things. Okay. This is the complete ERP system. Then next one is knowledge management and archiving. Knowledge management means when we have to process anything, that time we have to gain the knowledge about that thing. That may be the small or that may be the any large one. First of all, we have to generate the knowledge. We have to use that knowledge. Then we have to transfer it. Then we have to archive it. Archive it means we have to store it. And then we have to share it with others. And then we can complete this knowledge management system. कोणतंही प्रॉडक्टचं प्रोडक्शन करायचं असेल किंवा कोणती एखादी नवीन गोष्ट तुम्हाला तयार करायची असेल तर तुम्हाला नॉलेज मॅनेजमेंट सिस्टीम थ्रू जाणं खूप गरजेचं असतं. याच्यासाठी तुम्ही सगळ्यात अगोदर नॉलेजचं जनरेशन करणार, म्हणजे नॉलेज जे काही आहे किंवा त्या गोष्टीसाठीचं जे काही रिक्वायर्ड इन्फॉर्मेशन आहे ती तुम्ही अगोदर कलेक्ट करणार, त्याला आपण म्हणणार नॉलेज जनरेशन. त्याच्यानंतर तुम्ही कलेक्ट केलेली इन्फॉर्मेशन तुम्ही तुमच्या इतर फ्रेंड्स बरोबर, इतर कलिग्स बरोबर ती शेअर करणार. शेअर केल्यानंतर प्रत्येकाची जी काही शेअर केलेली इन्फॉर्मेशन असेल त्याचं कलेक्शन केलं जाईल. दॅट इज द नॉलेज आर्चिव्हिंग. अँड आफ्टर दॅट कलेक्शन, that information gets transferred in a proper format. That is known as the knowledge transferring. आणि त्याच्यानंतर ती प्रॉपर फॉर्मॅट मध्ये ट्रान्सफर केलेली इन्फॉर्मेशनचा आपण यूज करणार आहोत, त्याला आपण म्हणणार नॉलेज यूज. आणि हे सगळ्या गोष्टी थ्रू केल्यानंतर आपण एक प्रॉपर फुलफ्लेज प्रॉडक्ट जनरेट करू शकू. याला आपण म्हणणार नॉलेज बेस्ड सिस्टीम. ओके, हे झालं सगळे ITS. म्हणजे जेव्हा जेव्हा आपण एखादं ऑर्गनायझेशन वर्क करतो, रन करतो, त्यावेळेला त्या ऑर्गनायझेशन मध्ये एवढ्या सगळ्या गोष्टी असणं हे बाय डिफॉल्ट इसेन्शियल असतं. या सगळ्या गोष्टी ऍक्च्युली तिथे वर्कआउट होत असतात आणि जेवढ्या त्या प्रॉपरली वर्कआउट होतील तेवढं आपलं ऑर्गनायझेशनचं बेनिफिट हा वाढत राहतो. त्याच्यानंतर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, करिअर्स इन IT. नाउ which type of jobs you can do under the IT? Various career opportunities are available for IT professionals. These vary from operator to specialized skill programmers. ज्या अगदी तुम्ही ऑपरेटर पासून एक स्पेशल स्किल्ड प्रोग्रामर पर्यंत कोणताही जॉब इझिली करू शकतात. Some of the opportunities are, first one is web designer and developer. Web designer and developer means one can develop interactive websites, using HTML, PHP, and various other programming languages. Now, to design the web pages, basic requirement is HTML. You should know the HTML. And in this in current year, we are going to study HTML, JavaScript, as well as CSS. And next year, we are going to study the PHP. That means we can generate or we can design the interactive web page very easily. Also, you can take the support of Python. That means after 11th and 12th also, you can be a very good web designer or developer. Then software developer. It is possible to have career as a software developer with the scripting skills. Scripting skills means that means you should have the proper programming knowledge. If you completed your Python programming, then you can be a good software developer. Then database manager. After getting knowledge about the database management, one can work as a database manager with the help of the SQL skill. Now in current year, our second lesson is completely database oriented. What is database, how to generate the database, what is good database, what is the proper database, all that things we are going to study under our second chapter. And after that, I think you will get the knowledge that which things are essential to be a good database manager. And for that, SQL, that is structured query language, just like Oracle or any other language, that can be supported to this database manager. The next one is the information security analyst. It is very simple to collect the information, but it is very essential to secure that information. And therefore, this information security analyst is having very tough work. Information security analysts are responsible for ensuring that networks are watertight. They educate staff to avoid unintended disclosures and keep up to speed with potential external threats. What are the different information we have collected? It should be stored in proper format. It should be secure from all types of threats. You know that various types of threats, various types of viruses are available on the internet, and they can have our data. Just you have तुम्ही ऐकलं असेल MIDC ची जी काही वेबसाईट आहे ती वेबसाईट हॅक केली गेली आणि त्या वेबसाईट हॅक करून तिथला जो डेटा आहे तो सगळा डेटा कॅप्चर केला गेला त्या हॅकर्स कडनं. आता त्या हॅकरने 50 करोड रुपये मागितलेले आहेत की ती वेबसाईट रिलीज करण्यासाठीची. ह्या टाईपचे प्रॉब्लेम्स क्रिएट होऊ नयेत म्हणून इन्फॉर्मेशन सिक्युरिटी अनालिस्ट हे त्याचं टोटल वर्किंग करत असतो. Next one is the professional accountant. Now mostly commerce side students prefer this professional accountant as they are already having the accounting knowledge as well as they are learning the Tally softwares, as also Tally software is window based and Linux based software is GNU Khata. That softwares, that's GNU Khata softwares or Tally softwares are helpful to any accountant to be a professional accountant. The next one is the financial advisor. Any IT knowledge person can do this job. After getting IT knowledge, one can advise and guide others in investing the money in various investment schemes with their calculations and benefits in future. कोणत्या इन्व्हेस्टमेंट स्कीम मध्ये कुठे जास्त तुम्ही इन्व्हेस्ट करू शकता, फ्युचर मध्ये त्याचे कोणकोणते बेनिफिट्स मिळू शकतात, याचं ऍडवायझरी वर्क सुद्धा IT knowledge असलेला पर्सन इझिली करू शकतो. The next one is cyber advisor. anyone can develop his or her career as a cyber advisor. A cyber hacking, ethical cyber hacking is the main course required for this cyber advisor. आता सायबर ऍडवायझर म्हटलं की तिथे खूप साऱ्या गोष्टी आहेत की ज्याच्यावर आपल्याला 2, 3, 4 लेक्चर सुद्धा कमी पडतील. आपलं जे लास्ट चॅप्टर आहे सायबर सिक्युरिटी, आपण याच्यामध्ये आणखी सायबर ऍडवायझरच्या रिलेटेड खूप साऱ्या डिटेल्स बघणार आहोत. Then next one is the animator. This is the most demanding career in today's era. It is possible to become a successful animator using one's own creation and innovation with the help of software like GIMP and Inkspace. These GIMP and Inkspace, these softwares are Linux-based softwares. These are freely available on the internet. And by using this GIMP and Inkspace, anyone can become a good animator. But the basic requirement for the animator is that that person should have good creativity and innovative skills. जर तुमच्याकडे चांगली क्रिएटिव्हिटी असेल, चांगले इनोव्हेटिव्ह स्किल्स असतील, तर तुम्हाला एक चांगला ॲनिमेटर बनता येईल. आणि ॲनिमेशन हा आजचा सगळ्यात जास्त डिमांडिंग जॉब आहे. Then next one is the game developer. Nowadays you are having different type of online and offline games. You can develop all these games with the help of some programming knowledge. And the last one is audio or video editor. As a career opportunity to become an audio video editor, one should be a good in tools such like Kindle, Audacity, and with the help of these tools, one can develop a career as a video journalist. जर तुमच्याकडे प्रॉपरली ऑडिओ कटिंग, व्हिडिओ कटिंग, त्याच्यामध्ये जे काही त्याला व्हिडिओला वेगवेगळे इफेक्ट्स प्रोव्हाइड करणं आहे, ऑडिओला वेगवेगळे इफेक्ट्स प्रोव्हाइड करायचे असतात, त्याच्यासाठी जे काही रिक्वायर सॉफ्टवेअर्स आहेत Kindle आणि Audacity, हे सॉफ्टवेअर्स वर जर तुमचं कमांड असेल तर तुम्ही इझिली ऑडिओ व्हिडिओ एडिटरचा जॉब करू शकता. मग एवढे सगळे करिअर्स IT च्या अंडर आपल्याला अवेलेबल आहेत. यातलं कोणतंही करिअर आपण चूज करू शकतो आपल्या प्रोफेशनसाठी, आपल्या करिअरसाठी, आणि त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला त्या प्रॉपर वे थ्रू गेलं तर आपल्याला त्याच्यामध्ये 100% सक्सेस मिळणार आहे. ठीक आहे, मग करिअरवर आपण थांबू. आता नेक्स्ट लेक्चर मध्ये आपण लास्ट टॉपिक घेणार आहोत, रिसेंट ट्रेंड्स इन